The Acolyte, episode 1. All right, this is the big one that people have been talking about, and I heard that episode 3 has a massive lore breaking thing. I don't know. We're going to review this using my space system. So story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. So 2 is the best you can get. If it's a 0, it's garbage. If it's a 1, it's okay. If it's a 2, it's amazing. That's how that works. I'm going to give the storyline a 1. Look, it just started, so I don't know. And I gotta tell you something, my opinion on Star Wars might actually be very valuable to you guys, or you can just dismiss it totally. I'm not sure. When I do a Doctor Who video, I know what I'm talking about, okay? Like, I didn't just walk in off the street and be like, oh, Doctor Who. I've watched everything of Doctor Who, and I've even heard many Big Finish audios, and I haven't read many comics, but definitely, I've seen every episode, and I've seen everything of Class and Sarah Jane Adventures and K9, and what else was there? Torchwood. I've seen all that, and I own all of it. Star Wars, the original, unaltered, despecialized, whatever. The original, unaltered trilogy, top 5 favorite films of all time. Love them. Watch them 100 times. I have almost the entire collection of the Kenner vintage toy line. Almost all of it. I'm only missing a few. I don't have the big ones like Blue Snaggle, and I don't have like the big ones, but just the basic regular figures, almost all of them. Like missing maybe like handful, like 15 or something. Love it. The prequel trilogy, I like the prequel trilogy. Qui-Gon Jinn to me is one of my favorite characters. He's just very cool to me. I've seen episode 1 many times. I like the prequels. I also like Rogue One, and we're done. The first 2 seasons of Mandalorian I thought were pretty enjoyable, and I got excited about Star Wars again from those, and I have not seen season 3. Everything else, including the cartoons, I've not seen Clone Wars. I own the Clone Wars on Blu-ray, but I never watched the Clone Wars. Didn't see the Resistance. Obi-Wan, I saw that entire thing. I thought that was awful. What else? What other shows? I don't even remember. Bad Batch, I saw like 2 episodes. It's like, it's okay, I guess. No, what's the other one? Ahsoka. I saw 6 episodes and stopped watching it because it was just boring and it was going nowhere. So I don't know if that's valuable to you. I like the real Star Wars. What I'm calling the real Star Wars to me. Everybody compartmentalizes Star Wars because you're like, well, I don't like this thing, so then you just remove it from your canon. I like some of the books, but Star Wars original unaltered trilogy is a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. Love it. Prequels, they're fine. I like them. You know, they're okay for what they are. And Rogue One I also like, so you can put those in another bracket, and then maybe the first 2 Mandalorians, and that is Star Wars to me. All right, so I'm giving the storyline a 1. I have no idea what the hell's going on. I'm willing to stick it out to find out what's going on. Unfortunately, it didn't intrigue me enough, so I guess there's a bunch of Jedi. Like, this isn't even High Republic, right? Because my friend Sean, so check out Sean's channel. Sean's channel's in the link in the description below. He watched or read and consumed all of the High Republic stuff, and he's telling me that this isn't even High Republic stuff, so I don't know where this takes place. It's definitely, it says 100 years before, so I don't, was that High Republic, or is that more than that? Anyway, so there's all these Jedi around, and I guess there's this one girl who's trying to kill them all. I don't really understand how she's going to kill them all. Like, you're one person, like, how you're gonna, isn't there like a ton of Jedi? See, this is where my opinion starts to go away, because I don't really know this lore. I only know the original trilogy and a little bit. I don't remember all the details of the prequels. So, but it seemed like there's a lot of Jedi. In the prequels, there's a lot of them. So I don't know how many Jedi. Is there 100 Jedi? Is there like 50,000 Jedi? Like, is this one girl gonna go to each bar that they hang out and kill them? It's a bit nonsense. Maybe there's more to it. So let's see where this goes. I'm not going to destroy the storyline because it's only the first episode of a set planned of episodes. It's not like one movie where the story should conclude in that movie you watch, right? So I'll give it a 1. It's okay. Let's see where it's going. For pacing, I'll also give it a 1. Again, I'm not like it. There wasn't a lot of urgency to it. They're trying to find the girl who killed. So Carrie Ann Moss dies immediately. Like, in the first 5 minutes, I thought she was like the big star of the show. Like, literally. Again, this is coming from someone who loves the original, like let's say George Lucas Star Wars, loves George Lucas Star Wars, and is like mildly amused by Disney Star Wars. It's like the three movies after are just total garbage. Everything else is just like it's just there. I guess I'm not angry. I know there are a lot of people that are really angry. I'm not that angry because I just don't care. To me, Star Wars is those, let's say, 6 movies plus Rogue One. So I guess Rogue One is Disney. Is that a Disney thing? Yeah. So that would be the best of the Disney stuff. So those 7 movies is Star Wars. The rest of it is this is not nonsense. And maybe Mando season 1 and 2. Anyway, so yeah, I just like there's no urgency going on. You're like, oh, you're gonna find the girl who it's like, okay, well there she is. Like, oh, oh there, she's right, she's right there. Capture her. Like, okay, is that her? I guess there's a twist because she's a twin or something. So there's the bad one and the good one. That's kind of neat, I suppose. I guess the bad one is so good in the dark side of the Force that she can kill any Jedi. Like Carrie-Anne Moss looked like she was a very seasoned Jedi. So it felt kind of weird that she just died, and it was kind of stupid. Like the girl throws a knife at this bartender, and then she stomps it with her Force powers. Then she gets the other knife goes in her thing. That's an old Lone Wolf and Cub trick. There's a lady in Lone Wolf and Cub that would run, and she would throw a knife at you and then throw a knife above you so that the knife above you would fall on your head and the one would go on your chest. I'm not going to tell you how Lone Wolf defeats her. It was that you should read Lone Wolf and Cub the manga. It's awesome. So yeah, I don't know. Artistry, I'm going to give it a 1.5. Everything looks good. It's a bit more dirty, so it's a bit dirtier than some of the other stuff, which is fine. But I thought this was an era of light. See, here we go. So what I'm actually watching looks fine. It looks kind of cool. It's a bit gritty, but they keep saying this is the era of light. So why is everything look gritty and beat up? Or maybe that's just that one planet. But then if a bunch of planets don't look good, then why is it like this big, light era? I don't know. I feel like they're just making this to make something, right? And that is why they're doing it. Like, I'm not an idiot. I know that's why they're doing it. They don't really care that much. It's like, oh, let's have this investigative story. It's like, yeah, but I know who did it. Like, I saw who did it, and the twist is that it's a twin, right? Okay, so that's fine. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. But it looks okay. I'm not sure if it fits what they're saying it is, right? Characters, I'll give it a 1. The Asian guy, kind of like him. He seems like a cool Jedi kind of character. I actually don't mind the main. So the main girl's got the twin. So there's the good twin and the bad twin. I don't remember anyone's names. I'm sorry. What happened to Sean was talking to me about the other day. He's like, what happened to like Luke and Ben, and like Han and Leia and like regular names that I can remember. Now it's like Oshana Bochapashale. Like, what? What? Remember in the Thumb Wars? Ooby Dooba Dooby? I'll have the silliest name in the galaxy. So I don't remember. So there's the twins. There's the good twin. So I don't mind the good twin. She seems okay. I like the Asian guy. He's kind of cool. There's another guy with him with like funky hair. Not feeling it. Who else is there? I liked Carrie-Anne Moss for about 3 minutes, and then she died. So I guess I'll give it a 1. It's like, it's okay. It's the first episode. I don't want to destroy this thing. I'm not going to destroy this thing until it's time for it to be destroyed. But for now, it's a 1. Enjoyment factor, I'll give it a 1. I guess like it was all right. There's a few dumb lines. And you're just like, oh, like why is this happening? And it's just little bits of dialogue, and they're trying to, appease the audience of it's like, oh, we got to get our diversity lines in here. And they just seem so contrived, and it's like, nobody talks this way. Stop it. There's also something stupid where the girl throws the knife at the bartender, and then they stop, and then she goes to kill the bartender, and she sees that the bartender is a little kid. So then she doesn't kill him because she's like, oh, I don't want to kill this little kid or whatever, this father, because then he won't. If I kill the father, the kid won't have a father or something. Okay, but you just killed a bunch of other people. So did you check to see if they were parents? Like, I don't get this good guy bad guy thing. Like when Anakin went crazy, he just killed everybody. He didn't care. right? He went insane and killed everybody. So I'll give him credit for that. He certainly didn't, cherry pick his victims. He just went insane and killed everybody. So I'm giving this a 5.5, which actually seems rather high. It's kind of a pass. So again, if there's other things in this episode that have destroyed the lore of Star Wars, you can let me know in the comments, because I don't really know. If you're gonna just post a bunch of comics, I've been doing this for my reviews because people always attack me and say I'm this and that, and they get all angry at me. So if you've actually listened to all my points and you want to have a conversation back and forth, then use the word Hulk. Put Hulk in your comments to let me know that you actually listened to all my points. So 5.5 out of 10. Not a great start. Even if you're giving this a 7 or 8, that's really not enough. Star Wars is just dying a slow and painful death, and we need to have some 10 out of 10s. And I can already tell this is just going to go downhill from here. There's 5.5 out of 10 is going to be the most generous review that you're going to see on YouTube. That's not from a Disney shill who just says everything's the best. So there you go. That's my review. Let me know what you think. If you like my space system, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're interested in my content. And if you're not interested, subscribe anyway. Come on, it's just clicking a button. That's it. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Until next time.